Hi, my name is Michael Jude, and I'll be your host for this overview of the YoloPros Cryptocurrency Academy. We'll be discussing a new phenomenon known as digital currency and the blockchain. We'll be exploring why the blockchain and cryptocurrency may together be responsible for creating the greatest transfer of wealth the world has ever seen. We'll be talking about what you need to know and how you can quickly position yourself to benefit from what's happening right now and what's going to happen over the next few years. Let me ask you this question. When did you first hear about Bitcoin? Do you realize that only a handful of people have ever heard about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, and even fewer understand it? Where do you think this places you right now, right here in this moment? Well, in my estimation, you're already far ahead of the crowd, and that's a very exciting position to be in. Just by becoming more knowledgeable about the blockchain technology, which is the foundation of the Bitcoin currency, you can place yourself in a position that will give you a significant advantage over billions of other people around the globe. And that's a powerful place to be. Imagine having been knowledgeable about the internet way before anyone else had even heard of it. What could that have meant to you on a financial level? What if you had built stock in Apple, Microsoft, Google, and Facebook way back when? Or what if you had started a business based on internet technology and you now owned an internet provider company or an email platform like Gmail or any of 1,000 other specialty businesses that have cropped up over the last 20 years, each of which is worth millions and millions of dollars today, simply because you started out way ahead of the curve? That's easy to say now in retrospect, but what if I were to tell you that that's the exact same situation that's happening right now, all over again, only it's projected to be much, much bigger than the internet? We're talking about a total restructuring of financial institutions worldwide and a complete rerouting of the channels through which money moves around the world. You see, the internet is all about the free movement of information, giving everyone access to an open source platform whereby people from all over the world can share information and communicate with each other essentially for free. Today, we can connect without being controlled or manipulated by powerful companies and governments, and yet 15 years ago, that was not possible. That's why these past 2 decades have been called the information age. Today, the power of blockchain technology and digital currency is about moving value. That's right, moving money and other things of value around the world almost instantly and with extremely low fees. And here's the best part. Like the internet, blockchain is open sourced and it cannot be controlled by powerful companies or governments. The blockchain is essentially an open source public ledger created by and stored collectively within an open-sourced global network. Over time, this totally new paradigm will completely transform our financial world. The companies, banks, and governments that presently control the financial world's transactions will eventually lose their stranglehold on the world's movement of money. And as we know, money is power. Amazing opportunities are opening up for those who understand what's going on and those who know how to navigate and capitalize on these profound changes. We live in uncertain times, and things are changing at lightning speed, technologically, socially, and politically. Being in the right place at the right time with a deep understanding of what's actually happening has never been more important than it is right now. It may mean the difference between experiencing abundance or poverty, safety or danger, life or death. The YoloPros Cryptocurrency Academy is committed to educating you on everything you need to know now. We'll help you to make well-informed strategic decisions that are critical to your success. In addition, we'll keep you current with everything new that you need to know so that you can stay on top of the rapidly changing world of cryptocurrency. Knowledge is power, and that's what we give you with this training. The good, the bad, and the ugly. The truth. We have no interest in promising you the moon like many sales-oriented Bitcoin universities and Bitcoin sales websites that often involve get-rich-quick Ponzi schemes. By the way, a good indicator that an opportunity or a new platform may be a money game or Ponzi scheme is that you'll find them overflowing with platitudes like Bitcoin's unstoppable and Bitcoin will reach $500,000 per Bitcoin in the next 10 years, and a bunch of other hype like that. Or they promise you a 1% return per day, or 2%, or even 3% per day. When you see something like this, run as fast as you can, no matter what the story. They'll just take your money and leave you feeling embarrassed, confused, and possibly resentful. In fact, as amazing as Bitcoin is, we're not entirely convinced that Bitcoin is going to be the cryptocurrency of choice in the future. Even though it was the first to open up the cryptocurrency space and still has first mover advantage, it may not be the winning cryptocurrency platform longer term. You see, technology is changing at an accelerated rate, and what was innovative a year ago may already be outdated today. Think about it for a moment. Do you remember MySpace, which opened up the social media world way back in August of 2003? Well, if memory serves me correctly, 2 years later, in 2005, one of the most powerful businessmen at the time, Rupert Murdoch, purchased MySpace for over $500 million. A year later, the 100 millionth MySpace member signed up, and it was off to the races in the social media universe. 2 years later, by 2007, MySpace was the biggest social media platform in the world. And then, out of nowhere, Facebook took off. Now, I don't have to tell you how big Facebook is today. And, oh yes, where is MySpace today? Well, it's lost in the dust of social media history, totally eclipsed by Facebook. Many of you listening may not have even heard of MySpace. Now, think about that for a moment. 20 years from now, many people may not have even heard what Bitcoin was, even though they may be using the blockchain technology and a newer cryptocurrency that has not even emerged yet. And then again, Bitcoin may dominate the market. No one knows exactly what the future holds, but I can tell you that the best is yet to come, and that no one knows exactly how it's going to unfold. But understanding how it all works, what it is, and knowing what to look for, and having a lot of practice operating in the cryptocurrency world will powerfully position you to benefit from whatever does actually unfold. Even though we're still in the infancy of the digital currency revolution, I'm sure you've already heard of some of the amazing rags to riches stories about Bitcoin. Like how someone who bought $100 worth of Bitcoins back when they were worth 10 cents each is now worth $2.5 million. Whatever they don't tell you, however, is that the original person may have actually sold their Bitcoin when they were worth only $10 each and earned only $10,000. Perhaps one of the most famous Bitcoin stories revolves around the purchase of 2 pizza pies. It's still considered one of the greatest moments in Bitcoin history, and the 2 pizzas were purchased for 10,000 Bitcoins. They were then worth about $25 in May of 2010. But just 7 years later, in May of 2017, those same Bitcoins were worth over $20 million. The man who bought those pizza pies did an interview with the New York Times a few years ago, reminiscing about that famous day. He said, "It wasn't like Bitcoins had any value back then, so the idea of trading them for a pizza was incredibly cool." Today, as Bitcoin fans celebrate Bitcoin Pizza Day, they'll always wonder how those pizza pies tasted and whether or not the purchaser regrets having eaten the most expensive pizza pies ever sold. Okay, you may be wondering just about now, am I too late to the party? Did I miss my chance again? And yet, the answer is no. In fact, what we do know for sure is that the very best opportunities are still hidden. and yet to emerge in the cryptocurrency space. By becoming educated about cryptocurrency and the blockchain technology, you'll be able to recognize good opportunities as they emerge and to be able to change your life in ways that most people can only dream about. The underlying technology that's driving Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market is the blockchain. We'll be talking a lot about blockchain technology, which is at the heart of what's driving this once-in-a-lifetime financial revolution and how it will usher in a new age of the true global economy. But time is of the essence. Did you know that "What is Bitcoin" was the #4 most searched query on Google in 2014? That's why these trainings are so important right now. Things are really moving fast, and being prepared to capitalize on what's happening in cryptocurrency is one of the most important opportunities you'll have in your lifetime. Okay, now that we've set the stage and lifted up the curtain a bit, let's dig right into a very important subject. What is cryptocurrency? Where did it come from? And more importantly, where is it heading?